All right, you guys, today we have this 2024 BMW X5. This is the M60i. Has the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. Really love how it looks. Got the M badge on it, the M60 badge. The key for it is actually on my phone. All right, so here we have this split tailgate design. Very nice. Pretty decent cargo area. It does not have a third row, but you definitely fit some stuff in here. Fit a couple suitcases in here if you want. You do get a little underfloor storage with a nice big spare tire, so very nice to have. One kind of complaint I have is there's no way to fold the seats down from back here. You'd think in like a 90 approaching $100,000 BMW they would give you that, but anyway, we'll close up the tailgate. Very nice. We'll show you guys under the hood real quick. All right, shut the engine off so you can hear me. But this is the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. Makes 523 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. It does use a mild hybrid, like a lot of newer BMWs. Not quite a full hybrid, just a mild hybrid. It doesn't assist really in terms of driving. It doesn't really give you a lot of extra power, but it just helps with the auto start stop, giving it smoother startups, or so they say. Helps kind of power the air conditioning and the car electronics when the engine is off, so pretty interesting. Also get a lot of chassis bracing under this hood, but we'll close it up here. And we'll try out these back seats. Okay, getting back here. Back seats are decently spacious. I wouldn't call it like a limousine level of room, but it's pretty good. Material quality, it carries over from the front. They don't give you like the cheapo materials back here, which is nice. You get a little USB port in the back of the seat, as well as 2 more USB ports, 12-volt outlet. You got your over-engineered cup holders right here. But yeah, and a little sunshade, very nice. We'll hop out of here, hop into the front seat. All right, and we will start it up. Okay, very nicely appointed interior. I really like this leather in this interior. Nice perforations, nice stitching. It looks really good. Very nice screen you get in here. I won't go over the whole entire screen, but go over a couple of noteworthy things. You got your climate control in the screen to adjust your fan speed. You have to go into a whole separate menu to do that, so I don't love that. That's a pet peeve of mine. You can go home here, you have a whole wide array of apps. You have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And if we go into reverse, get a decent backup camera, and we also have our BMW 3D camera right here. Very nice, very high quality. It doesn't exactly help very much when you're like actually backing up. It's a little disorienting, but it's a cool feature nonetheless. You can push down for drive and push this button for park. You get your drive mode, Sport, Comfort, Eco, Pro. You can also do like an individual drive mode if you want. In your individual mode, you can have the dampers in Sport or Comfort. This does have adaptive dampers. They call it the BMW M adaptive suspension or something like that. You can change your steering in Sport or Comfort, and drivetrain in Comfort, Sport, or Sport Plus. So pretty interesting. You also have this BMW path recording, which is honestly, I've always wanted to try it. So we'll try recording a new path here. Like we're backing into a spot somewhere. All right, we'll save our recording. Okay, let's start our recorded path. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, very interesting, very nifty party trick right here. Useful if you park in a garage. You don't even have to do anything, it'll just park for you. So yeah, I actually do really like that feature. But anyway, you get your little configurable gauge display right here. It's not super configurable, honestly, not as configurable as some cars, but you can have like a little map display in here if you want. Have your music display, that sort of thing. You also do get a heads-up display in here, which is nice. If we go to our apps, you also do get massaging seats in this car. Seat massage, get a whole wide array of massages. It's not very strong, I would say. Like, it's only a little massage, but that's still kind of cool to have. Little storage area, panoramic roof. But I think we'll get this X5 M60i on the road. Talk about how it drives. Okay, V8 has a nice rumble to it. I will say there's certain things I like about this car, certain things I don't like about it. Engine has good torque, good get up and go, but you don't really feel it. That's the thing. You don't get that sensation like you're being pushed back, you know, that thrill of a fast car. That's something I always notice with these performance SUVs. Like, everything is so muted, which is like a personal preference. Some people might like that. But I just wish you could feel a little more, like a little more of that sensation. Not to undersell it, it is very fast, and it does rocket up to speed very quickly, but just wish there was a little more of that visceral energy to it. Try out some power. Yes, very fast. I mean, you're very comfortable doing it too. You hear that crackle, burble in the exhaust. One thing I'm not totally crazy about is this steering feel. It's very light, very finger light steering in this car. And it's kind of mushy, like it's doesn't feel very precise. It doesn't really give you like a great image of where the front tires are pointed. I mean, you can't feel anything through the steering. Like, you can't feel the tires, you can't feel the road. It's just very computerized feeling. So, I mean, you know, it's an X5. You don't necessarily buy this car for like sharp dynamic handling, but It's also like the M60, so I thought it would have a little more like precision to it. But I'm just kind of missing that. It feels too much like I'm steering a minivan. Your ride quality is good. On like a smooth road, has a very upmarket premium ride quality. Stays very still on the road, but it does have a tendency to get jittery. Sometimes when you hit a bump, it's almost like it wants to leap into the air, you know? So there are times I run into where honestly it doesn't feel the most settled, like it's kind of bouncy. Your throttle response is a little strange, which is unusual for BMW. Usually they calibrate the throttle really good. In this car, I just feel like there's a delay happening. There's also this attribute of the car, like when you let off the brake, it doesn't roll very quickly forward. It just kind of sits still. So you kind of feel like, all right, well, I have to, you know, hurry. I have to get on the throttle to get moving. But then the throttle is kind of delayed. I run into these situations where it just feels like it's not moving as quickly as it should off the line. It's a little like unsorted just in those little scenarios, so something worth noting. But as for the steering, again, even though it is kind of like a mushy, loose steering, it does point very well in a straight line. The kind of minimal correcting usually, like points nice and straight, feels decently hunkered down. But in terms of handling, this X5 is pretty soft. Like it's kind of leany a little bit. All right, let's hit it. Try putting in sport mode. And it grips decently, but it's just not the most inspiring. The suspension kind of leans, kind of wallowy feeling. Steering doesn't communicate the best. I do love this engine note though. I mean, sounds really good. It rockets right up to speed. 8-speed automatic, very snappy shifting, quick between shifts. In comfort mode, it's definitely economy focused. Like it kind of short shifts in the power band. Kind of leaps into top gear right away. This engine has so much power though, you're not really relying on the transmission to give you power, but other times I run into it is a little delayed. Paddle shifters though, they work flawlessly. Very quick paddles. Visibility is decent. Get this giant windshield. Very tall glass, like very good field of view out the front. And all around, I'd say. get it on the highway here, see how it performs. Alright. I mean, super quick. What else can you really say? Pretty smooth on the highway, fairly quiet. Not dead silent in here, but you know, nice like luxury amount of road noise. Good passing power. Just around these little highway bends though, it's not the most inspiring. Kind of like I already talked about. Alright, well, I think I'll end the video up here as the 2024 BMW X5 M60i. Very powerful, but at the same time very comfort oriented. Should be noted, it's not the X5M. The X5M is definitely has more track tuned suspension and things like that. This car just doesn't have that stuff, so that's like a big difference between the two. All right, put it in park. So this X5 is a bit of a mixed bag for me, honestly. You do get this very powerful, brash engine under the hood, but you have this very squishy, kind of wallowy driving experience to go along with it. Like, the combination of the two doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, you could spend a little more money. I mean, you're already spending almost $100,000 on this. You could spend a little more money and get the X5M, or you could just get a regular X5. I honestly think 90% of people would be fine with just a regular X5. I mean, it's a great car, don't get me wrong. I love this interior. As great technology. I mean, if you want a lot of visceral engine power, but with a very isolated, cushy driving experience, I mean, why not, you know? I would personally spend a little more to get the true M version of this car. But yeah, still very interesting getting to know this car, spending some time with it. I think we'll shut it off here and we'll hop out. All right, thanks for watching, everyone.